I wanna be everything you want and so much more. But I lie awake and wonder if I'll ever be the one. So I try to do anything I can to calm the storm. But I'm deafened by the...
Hi guys, my name is Leanne. I'm with No Limits, No Excuses, or we call it NLNE. We're basically a group of companies and organizations here in the Texas Panhandle who are trying to make sure that every resident can succeed, and students like you as well. So we have created a mobile app called GoPlan 2.0, and we are hoping this mobile app will do two things. First, guide you through the process of beginning your career and give you all the resources you need in one app in the palm of your hand as you go through that process. We also hope that the app will help you create a village of support around you, people who from the Texas Panhandle who can actually help you through that process of going to school or entering the workforce or joining the military or whatever pathway you choose. We want to have people around you who can support you. And those people, that village of support, is made up of people from right here in the Texas Panhandle who all want to see you succeed, because you, of course, are the future of the Texas Panhandle. So let me get right to it. We want to just show you a little bit about the app and how you can use it to help guide you along your education journey. Okay, so first of all, if you want to go ahead, I'm just going to pause for a minute. If you want to go ahead and download the app, it's available on both iPhones and Android phones, and you can scan that QR code right there. The one on the left, of course, is for iOS, and the one on the right is for Android. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video so that you have a little time to download the app, and then when it's downloaded, you can click play, and we will go ahead and show you what you do from there. So once you have downloaded the app, you're going to click create an account and go ahead and you'll have to agree to our terms of use. And then you're going to use your personal email and create your password there so that you can create an account. And I encourage you really to use a personal email if you have it, because especially for you seniors, you won't have access to your school email once you graduate from high school. So I would encourage you to use a personal email. And if you don't have one, you can always create one from Gmail or some source like that, and then come back and change it in your profile settings. And I'll show you how to do that here in a little bit. Next, you are going to register your account. So the app will ask you a bunch of information, of course, and you're going to enter all of that information. And you have to be really truthful and give us your real information, because that information will tell the app who can support you, who's in your village of support, and who can guide you along the process. It will also let us know what your plans are so that we can offer you the best resources through the app as you navigate your education journey. Of course, your birthday, you're going to see mine. I had to scroll down pretty far when it got to the years, but you won't have to scroll down as far as me. I'll just give you a second to fill in all of that information. And hopefully you're doing this along with me. So if we do it together, then maybe there will be fewer questions. I'm trying to do this as quickly as I possibly can, because I know you all are probably much faster typers than I am. I'm not as adept to typing on phone as you all are. Okay, so if you're not done yet, you want to maybe just pause it right here. So the next question, are you in need of any of the following services? And you can check all of the services you need. So this is really important. This is where we want to make sure that the app can support you in the ways that you need to be supported. So let's go ahead and start with academic advice. That's the first type of need that you all can request. So whenever you click on that academic advice selection right there, you have just, and then you click save, then you have just initiated a notification to go to your academic advisor at your school. Your academic advisor will accept your request. They'll get a notification, they'll accept your request, and then he or she can message you. However, let me just explain one thing. If you go to those top 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner, that's your navigation button. And from there, if you go to Message Center, once your academic advisor has accepted your request, you will be connected with them through the app, and you can go to your Message Center and send them a message if you would like. Now, here's something really important to note, that all of this information is, all the information that you enter in the messages is, of course, saved to a database. Nobody's looking at it, but if your superintendent or your principal said, hey, I need to look at all the messages from such and such student, then of course we would have to pull that information for him. So just make sure that you're using the app appropriately, and of course that was also in the terms of use that you signed. So you can click on your Message Center at any time, and you're connected with your advisor once they accept your request, and you can message them. Okay. So now I want to go to basic needs. We already went over academic advice there. So if you need assistance with one of these items because your family can't afford them, any of these necessities right now, and of course we're all going through hard times. So all you have to do is click on the service you need and mention save. So you can see all the services we have there. Now once you click on them and hit save, a notification will go out to someone who will help you connect you with someone who will provide those services for you. So whoever gets the notification will give you a call, and they'll probably get some more information from you, whether it's by phone or through our Message Center. They'll need to know a little bit more about what you need and some information about you so that they can connect you with a provider who can actually provide for you. But this is all real personal connections. We're not connecting you to a robot or anything like that. It's a real personal connection from someone here in the Texas Panhandle who wants to help. Okay, then you can go to your Message Center once they've accepted your notification, and it'll show you that you're connected with a basic need provider. It'll probably have their name there. You can even initiate the first message if you would like. Next, we have an option to contact a faith leader, and we wanted to put that option in there because so many of us have people in our network of support, our village of support, that have had faith leaders who have helped us in the past. So we want that option to be there. Of course, you don't have to choose it if you don't want to. Right now, we have 3 church partners, and each of the pastors from those church partners will get a notification if you click on that request and hit save. And the first one of those church pastors to accept your notification will then be a part of your village, and they can give you a call or message you. And you also, of course, can go to your Message Center and you can initiate that first message. It'll show you that you are connected with that faith leader. Hopefully that will be helpful to you. Okay. Oops, that's just where you can see in your Message Center. There you go, that you're connected with a faith leader. Okay, next we have a couple of skills that you all might need here in the near future, and that's resume building and interview skills. And so we have a group of professionals out in the community in the Texas Panhandle who are willing to give you that kind of mentorship. So once you hit that notification or hit that request and click save, then that notification will go to one of those professionals, and you can, of course, go to your Message Center and see that you are connected with them. And you can even initiate that first message. Next, we have transportation, and this is a big one. So we want to provide residents like you with transportation. Once you hit that request, a notification will go out to every single member of your village through the app. So anyone that has accepted one of your notifications. So if you need transportation, anything that has to do with the completion of your credential, your quality credential after high school, we want you to be able to provide you that transportation at no charge to you or to that facilitator. This will be paid for through generous sponsors here in the Texas Panhandle. So you'll hit that request, and then one of your facilitators will accept it, and they'll let you know that they've accepted it. You'll have to tell them where you need to go and why and what time and that kind of thing, and they will schedule you an Uber ride. Now, it's important for you to know, and I know that a lot of you are not quite 18 yet. So if you're not 18, then you will have to have a legal guardian ride with you. So whenever somebody schedules you your ride, they will be asking for your legal guardian's name, and of course, the Uber driver will have to check their license, the driver's license, to make sure that that's your legal guardian. And you have to. This ride has to have something to do with the completion of your quality credential. It can't be more than 50 miles, and it can't be your regular plan to get to and from school or work. It kind of has to be on a emergency basis. This has to be something that's unplanned, you weren't expecting, and now you need a ride to work. All right, next. You can go to your navigation button and click on About NLNE to hear more or to learn more about us. You can also edit your profile, and this is really important if you're new to a civic group. So if you have a mentor through Los Barrios or Junior Achievement or one of those types of organizations that's listed, then you can choose that where it says, you can choose one of those options where it says, are you currently connected with a mentor through one of these civic organizations? If it's one of those organizations, all the mentors there will get a notification, and whoever is personally connected with you will accept it, and then you can connect with your mentor through the app. If you start to work for one of our partner companies, get a new job, you can change that. You can choose one of our partner organizations. And if you say it's okay, then we'll send a notification to someone at your company so that they can just check on you and see if you need any help throughout your education journey. They also might be able, a lot of companies will offer support and resources to some of their employees who are getting a credential, going back to school, getting a certificate, whatever the case may be. So that just might be another way to help you, and it's a couple of ways we can also connect you and help you build that village of support. Also, if you change schools, you need to be sure and go into your profile settings and change your school. So especially you seniors, as you go off to school, if you then go to Amarillo College or WT, you'll want to be sure and change that in your profile settings so that we can get those notifications to the right person. Okay, and if you go to your home screen, so this is a big part. This is your GoPlan. The very first part of your GoPlan is Start One. That's a salary calculator. So it's a cool tool. And if you don't know how much money you're going to need to make eventually in your life, they'll ask you a few questions. It only takes a couple of minutes about how you want to live, and then it will tell you exactly how much money you probably need to make in your career after you finish your education. The next step is your Start To. So this is where we ask you to choose one of our pathways. So each of our pathways will hopefully lead you to a credential and a career that will provide a living wage. So you choose one of those pathways, and then you can choose the interest profiler. If you don't know exactly what you want to do, it'll help you decide what pathway. And you can also explore possibilities. So when you choose explore possibilities, these are all the careers in the Texas Panhandle that are expected to be in demand over the next 10 years. And for each of those careers, there's a video about that career from someone local here in the Texas Panhandle. It gives you salary information, an education map, and also how to get started at Texas Panhandle schools. So we just make that process a little bit easier for you. All right, your next step. Oh, this is a step where you choose your pathway. I apologize. This is step one. So you choose your pathway. Those are the 4 pathways that you can choose. So on-the-job training, trade school, join the military, or college degrees. And that just helps us get an idea of where you want to go. It'll help whoever's giving you academic advice will know a little bit more about you so that we can offer you the correct resources. The next step, most of you won't need, but you may have a family member who also wants to go through this process, and that's fine. This app is not just for students, it's for everybody. So we have a list of English as a second language courses available here in the Texas Panhandle. You can explore those. If you want to join the military, we would ask you, you can explore military careers and then you can choose one of the branches. And when you choose a branch, it'll take you to a form. Some of those forms go directly to our local recruiters, so it's a great way to connect with the military if that's something that you're thinking about. Next step is getting your GED. Most of you are not going to need that, but we do have a list, of course, of the GED classes available here in the Texas Panhandle. And then if you choose trade schools, if you want to go to on-the-job training or trade school pathways, this has a lot of resources for you. So you can see local trade schools in our area. A lot of those are offered through our community colleges, but some of them are local and not through the community college. And I assure you, we will not connect you with any kind of trade school that is not a legitimate school. But we have a lot of options here in the Texas Panhandle: schools for carpenters, schools for electricians, schools for plumbers. Those are all in-demand occupations here in the Texas Panhandle. And there's a huge need for those right now. And those types of positions, although they don't require a college degree, they do, people in those positions can make a great deal of money. So if that's something, if you like working with your hands, that's something you may want to explore. We also have associate degrees. So if you want to explore associate degrees, we can get you to the college websites and you can explore those degrees at each of our colleges here in the Texas Panhandle. University degrees the same. So our university degrees are from our partner organizations, and we'll probably have more schools involved as we move along, but you can explore those degrees at WT. Next, you can, and this is really exciting, so you can go to entrance and placement exams, and that step will take you to the links for all those exams for whichever college you need, and directly to the sign-in pages. So you don't have to go searching for 5 different websites. All those sign-in pages will be right here in the app. You can access them anytime. And then school application. So same here. So if you need to apply to one of our partner schools, it will take you straight to their websites, or you can go to Apply Texas or Common App if you are choosing a school outside of the area. Next, of course, we all need financial assistance when it comes to our plans after high school. So we have some resources for you here, both for FAFSA and for scholarships. And again, as we learn about more opportunities and more resources for you there, we will of course be posting those on there. And then this one is a great one. This is Internships. So you click on that one, and that goes to one of our partner organizations' website called Take Root. This is from the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation, but the information is already in there. When you click that link, it'll search for internships at Take Root. So we really appreciate the AEDC for providing that resource for us, but it'll show you local internships as our partner organizations and other organizations here in the Texas Panhandle post those opportunities to that website. Also, each time you go into a step, if that's a step that is done, you've already completed it, then you can click on the check mark at the upper right-hand corner, and that will show complete then on your home screen. You can also uncheck it, and it'll show pending. So you can manually take a look at those, and that way, whenever you go to your home screen, you can see what's completed and what is not completed. Okay, so we also have a couple of other things here. Quick links. Whenever you click on that, it has some quick links to get you where you need to go. You can also request help from the top menu section, and that looks like just like the side navigation menu, but it's just another place where you can request help. Hopefully that will be useful to you. Okay, so we are trying to spread the word about our app so that every resident here in the Texas Panhandle can use the resources available. We also want to know how you like it, and we want you to be able to follow us. So if you are interested, you can scan there and you can follow all of our social media pages. All of the handles on our social media pages is at NLNE Village. And we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Next, we want to make sure that this video, training session, whatever you want to call it, was very useful to you. So if you wouldn't mind scanning that code right there, pausing for a minute and just taking a short survey to tell us how this video was, if it was resourceful for you. If you need to pause for a second, go ahead and do that so you can take the survey. But don't forget to come back, because I have something that we want to give you. So be sure and come back so you can find out how to do that. Once you have messaged your academic advisor through the app, then you will be able to go by your academic advisor's office and get your free pop socket. It's going to depend on your school and your counselor how they go about giving you these. So you will just have to get with your counselor when you get back to school, or your academic advisor, and let them know. They'll let you know how they're going to dispense these. This app would not be possible without the generous grant that we received from the Mary E. Bivens Foundation to create the app. It also wouldn't be possible without all of our partner organizations. We have 54 partner organizations right now. We are very blessed, and we have a large group of volunteers and professionals throughout the Texas Panhandle who are all working together to give you this resource and hopefully make it easier for you to succeed no matter what pathway you choose after high school. So if you need anything, be sure and let us know. There is an app help button. You can click on that and in your side navigation menu. And if you ever need help, if your app isn't working, just let us know. That message will come directly to me, and I'll be able to respond and give you whatever help, figure out what's going wrong. And then in the I need help section, you can also, if your request for help is ever unanswered and nobody is responding within a day or so, then you can be sure and click on that, and that notification also will come directly to me, and we'll figure out what is going on.
But I'm deafened by